Hello everybody. Dear students, in this video I am going to teach amino acid. What do you mean by amino acid? If the compound contains amine group as well as acid group means it is called as amino acid. Listen here, I am going to take one compound CH2, NH2, COOH. This one is example for amino acid. What's the reason? Because it has NH2 group. NH2 group is called as amine group. Here, this is the COOH group, carboxylic acid group. If the compound contains amine group as well as carboxylic acid group means it is called as amino acid. Okay. So next, classification of amino acid. So many classifications are there. So first one is classification of amino acid based on NH2 group location, based on amine location with respect to carboxylic acid. Classification of amino acid. Classification of amino acid based on NH2 group location, amine group location with respect to COOH group. So many types are there. Listen here. CH3, CH2, 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 COOH. For example, NH2. This is amino acid. Is this amino acid? Yes, this is amino acid because this compound contains carboxylic acid group and NH2 group. Am I right? Here, main functional group is COOH group. Here, this is alpha carbon atom because this carbon atom is attached to the functional group, COOH functional group. So, this is alpha carbon atom. This is beta carbon atom, gamma, lambda. Am I right or not? Okay, here this NH2 group is attached to the alpha carbon atom. So this is alpha amino acid, beta amino acid, gamma amino acid, lambda amino acid and so on. What do you mean by alpha amino acid? If NH2 group, if amine group is attached to the alpha carbon atom means it is called as alpha amino acid. Beta amino acid means what? If NH2 group is attached to the beta carbon atom. Listen here, this is beta carbon atom. This is alpha carbon atom. Why it is called as alpha carbon atom? Because this carbon atom is directly attached to the functional group. So this is alpha carbon atom. Next to the alpha carbon atom is called as beta carbon atom. If NH2 group is attached to the beta carbon atom means it is called as beta amino acid. If NH2 group is attached to the third carbon atom means it is a gamma amino acid. Are you clear? This one is what? Classification of amino acid based on NH2 group location with respect to COOH group. Okay. Next, classification of amino acid based on number of NH2 group and COOH group. Last one, this one based on NH2 group location. Next one is classification of amino acid based on number of NH2 group and COOH group. There are three types. One is acidic amino acid, second one is basic amino acid, third one is neutral amino acid. Based on classification of amino acid based on number of NH2 group and number of COOH group. Classification of amino acid. How many types? Three types. One is acidic amino acid, second one is basic amino acid, third one is neutral amino acid. Neutral amino acid, acidic amino acid, third one is basic amino acid. What do you mean by neutral amino acid? You know very well about acid group. Acid groups are COOH groups are acidic in nature. Amine groups are basic in nature. Listen here. NH2 CH2 COOH. This one is example for neutral amino acid. This amine group, it is acidic in nature. Sorry, it is basic in nature. Here COH group is acidic in nature. If the amino acid contains equal number of amine group and acid group, means it is called as neutral amino acid. Very clear? Amine groups are basic in nature. COH groups are acidic in nature. If the amino acid contains equal number of amine group and COH group, means it is neutral amino acid. Here in this compound, one amine group present, one COH group present. So this one is example for its name is glycine. Glycine, valine, these are all example for neutral amino acid. What's the reason? Because it has equal number of NH2 group and COH group. This compound contains one NH2 group and one COH group. Okay. So next one is acidic amino acid. Neutral amino acid, its example glycine, valine. These are all example for neutral amino acid. Next, acidic amino acid. What do you mean by acidic amino acid? It is that amino acid is acidic in nature. What's the reason? Because number of COH group is greater than number of NH2 group, means it is called as acidic amino acid. Are you clear? What do you mean by acidic amino acid? If the amino acid contains more number of COH group than NH2 group. Are you clear? If number of COH group is greater than number of NH2 group, means it is called as acidic amino acid. For example, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, these are all example for acidic amino acid. Aspartic acid, glutamic acid, these are all example for acidic amino acid. Okay, next, basic amino acid. What do you mean by basic amino acid? Which one is basic in nature? Amine groups are basic in nature. Am I right? If the compound contains more number of NH2 group, then acidic COH group, means it is called as basic amino acid. For example, the compound contains two NH2 group, only one COH group, means it is a basic amino acid. Are you clear? If the amino acid contains more number of NH2 group, then COH group, means it is called as basic amino acid. For example, lysine. Lysine. These are all classification of amino acid based on number of NH2 group and COH group. One more classification. There are two types. One is essential amino acid. Another one is non-essential amino acid. This classification is very, very important because frequently questions will come from this topic. Sometimes they will ask its definition. What do you mean by essential amino acid? Give some example. What do you mean by non-essential amino acid? Give some example. Sometimes 1 mark question. Give some example for non-essential amino acid. So this topic is very, very important. Now our topic, essential and non-essential amino acid. What do you mean by essential amino acid? Some amino acids are synthesized by our body. Some amino acids are not synthesized by our body. So now our topic is essential amino acid. What do you mean by essential amino acid? Some amino acids are not synthesized by our body. So we have to take that amino acids through our food, through our diet. That amino acids are called as essential amino acid. Are you clear? Some amino acids are synthesized by our body. So we need not take that amino acid. That amino acids are called as non-essential amino acid. Now our topic is essential amino acid. Essential means what? These amino acids are not synthesized by our body. So we have to take these amino acids through our food, through our diet. That amino acids are called as essential amino acid. Its example, valine, leucine, isoleucine, arginine, histidine. These are all valine, leucine, isoleucine, arginine, lysine. These amino acids are not synthesized by our body. So we have to take these amino acids through our diet. So these amino acids are called as essential amino acids. Okay. Next one is non-essential amino acid. What do you mean by non-essential amino acid? These amino acids are synthesized by our body. These amino acids are synthesized in our body. So we need not take these amino acids through our diet. So that amino acids are called as non-essential amino acid. For example, glycine, alanine, alanine, A-L-A-N-I-N-E, alanine, glutamic acid, aspartic acid, proline, yeah, tryptophan. This one is example for essential amino acid. These are all example for non-essential amino acid. Okay, what do you mean by non-essential amino acid? These amino acids are not synthesized by our body. So we need not take these amino acids through our diet. So these amino acids are called as non-essential amino acid. Very, very important. Essential and non-essential amino acid definition and its example also very, very important. Next, I am going to teach characteristics of amino acid. Characteristics of amino acid. First character, it is soluble in water. It is a white crystalline solid. What are the important character of amino acid? Properties of amino acid or characteristics of amino acid. First one, it is a white crystalline solid. It is soluble in water, soluble in H2O. Its melting and boiling points are high. Melting and boiling points high. Listen here, it is soluble in water. Amino acids are soluble in water. When amino acid is dissolved in water, it produces Zwitter ion, soluble in water. When amino acid dissolved in water, it produces Zwitter ion. For example, I am going to take glycine or I am going to take alanine, NH2, CH2, CH3, COOH. This is amino acid. Okay. This amino acid is dissolved in water. This amino acid is dissolved in water. What will happen? It produces Zwitter ion. When amino acids are dissolved in water, it produces Zwitter ion. Compare oxygen and hydrogen. Acid means what? It gives H plus ion. Am I right? Acid means it gives H plus ion. This is COH group. So it gives H plus ion. Compare oxygen and hydrogen. Which one is more electronegative? Oxygen. So oxygen takes one pair of electron. Here a bond break. COO minus. You know very well about nitrogen. It has one lone pair of electron. Here H plus. Hydrogen charge plus. Nitrogen has a lone pair of electron. You know very well. One lone pair of electron plus means bond formation. That bond formation in between nitrogen and hydrogen. After the bond formation, we have to put positive charge on nitrogen because nitrogen has one lone pair of electron. You can get N, already 2 hydrogen, this hydrogen H plus ion is attached to the NH3, so it becomes NH2, it becomes NH3 plus CH2 COO minus ion. So listen, when this is amino acid, this amino acid is dissolved in water, it produces Zwitter ion. What do you mean by Zwitter ion? This is important reasoning question. What do you mean by Zwitter ion? Give one example. What do you mean by Zwitter ion? Both positive and negative charge present on same compound means it is called as Zwitter ion. Here positive in this compound, positive charge present and negative charge also present in same compound, so it is called as Zwitter ion. When amino acid is dissolved in water, it produces Zwitter ion. Okay, next important character, it is amphoteric in nature. All the amino acids are amphoteric in nature. This is also important reason question. Why? Amino acids are amphoteric in nature. Why? What's the reason? Amphoteric nature means what? If the compound contains both acidic and basic nature means it is called as amphoteric nature. Am I right? So here NH2 group present. In this amino acid, NH2 group present and COOH group present. NH2 group is basic in nature. COOH group is acidic in nature. So this amino acid contains both acidic and basic nature. So it is amphoteric in nature. Okay. All the amino acids are amphoteric in nature. What's the reason? Because it has both acidic and basic in nature. So it is amphoteric in nature. Okay. Next. In presence of acid medium, what will happen? This is Zwitter ion. So what will happen in presence of acid medium, in presence of base medium, and then I will teach isoelectric point also. Okay. This is Zwitter ion. What do you mean by Zwitter ion? Both positive and negative charge present on same compound means it is called as Zwitter ion. When amino acid dissolved in water, it produces Zwitter ion. Next, it is amphoteric in nature. What do you mean by amphoteric nature? If the compound contains both acidic and basic nature means it is amphoteric in nature. Okay. Now, I am going to teach Zwitter ion character in presence of acid medium, in presence of base medium, and I am going to teach isoelectric point also. In presence of important reasoning question. What will happen in presence of acid medium? Okay, in presence of acid medium. In presence of acid medium, NH3 plus CH2 COO minus ion. This is a Zwitter ion. Yes, this is a Zwitter ion. What's the reason? Because it has both positive and negative charge present. In presence of acid medium. Acid medium means how will you write acid generally? H plus. Am I right? H plus indicates acid medium. Zwitter ion. I am going to add acid in Zwitter ion. I am going to add small amount of acid in Zwitter ion. So what will happen? In presence of acid medium, what will happen? H plus here O minus H plus. So bond formation. NH3 CH2 O minus H plus. So bond formation. In presence of acid medium, it produces positively charged ion. When we add acid in Zwitter ion, it produces positively charged ion. So what will happen? Positive, same charge means repulsion. Different charge means attraction. Am I right? So when we add, it produces positive charged ion. So it moves towards negatively charged electrode. What will happen? In presence of acid medium, this product move towards negatively charged electrode. Am I right? Same charge means it produces repulsion. Here its charge is positive charge. So it moved towards a negatively charged electrode. I mean it moved towards cathode. It moved towards cathode in presence of acid medium. Next, in presence of base medium, I am going to add base in Zwitter ion. What will happen? In presence of base medium, this is Zwitter ion. Because both positive and negative charge present on same compound. Base means how will you write? OH minus is called as base. Am I right? OH minus is called as base. Okay. This NH3 plus we can write like this. NH3 plus. I am going to write like this. NH3 plus. Am I right? This is NH3 plus. Compare nitrogen and hydrogen. Which one is more electronegative? Nitrogen. So nitrogen takes one pair of electron. Bond break. What's the charge of H plus? OH minus. What will happen? This H plus is combined with OH minus. It becomes H2. Water is removed. Already nitrogen charge plus gain of electron minus. N plus already charge. Now gain of electron minus. Plus minus both are all present on same compound. So it becomes neutral. Here this nitrogen charge is neutral. So NH2, CH2, C double bond O minus ion. In presence of acid medium, it produces positively charged ion. So it moved towards cathode. In presence of base medium, it produces negatively charged ion. So it moved towards positively charged electrode. I mean it moved towards anode. Okay. Next, isoelectric point. What do you mean by isoelectric point? Acid medium means pH below 7. Base medium means pH above 7. Isoelectric point means what? One particular pH. This amino acid does not move towards anode, does not move towards cathode. That one is called as isoelectric point. Here acid medium pH below 7. pH below 7, it moved towards negatively charged electrode. Here base medium pH above 7. pH above 7, it moved towards positively charged electrode. Isoelectric point means what? pH is 7. At pH is 7. At one particular pH, this Zwitter ion does not move towards anode, does not move towards cathode. It is called as isoelectric point. Important one mark. What do you mean by isoelectric point? One particular pH, Zwitter ion does not move towards cathode, does not move towards anode. That particular pH is called as isoelectric point. Okay. Last important character. All the amino acids are optically active. Except glycine. Optically active means what? It rotates plane polarized light whether in a clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction because it has chiral carbon. If the compound contains chiral carbon means definitely it rotates plane polarized light whether in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. So it is optically active. Am I right? Mostly all the amino acids are optically active. I mean it has chiral carbon, so it rotates plane polarized light whether in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Only one amino acid is optically inactive. Its name is glycine. Glycine only does not contain chiral carbon, so it does not rotate plane polarized light whether in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. NH2, CH2, COOH. Its name is glycine. Glycine. Alanine means what? Instead of hydrogen, I am going to add one methyl group. NH2, CH, CH3, COOH. Its name is alanine. Here, this carbon contains 2 hydrogen atoms, similar atom present. So, this is achiral. It does not contain chiral carbon atom. So, it does not rotate plane polarized light, whether in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. So, optically inactive. Optically inactive. But here, one is amine group, one is hydrogen, one is methyl group, one is methyl acid group, 4 different group present. So it has chiral carbon. So it is optically active. All the amino acids are optically active. Only amino acid, glycine only does not contain chiral carbon. So optically inactive. It is also important one mark. Which amino acids are? Which one is optically inactive? Glycine is optically inactive. Okay. So amino acids pass over. In next video, I will teach protein. Okay. Thank you everybody.